Alright everyone, so today we are going to be finishing the installation of a lift kit on my 2003 Ford E250 with the 5.4 V8. I've already done this side, upgraded to the 33-inch off-road tires, cut the fender to make it easier for everything to fit in there, and especially here in the back for that turn radius. And we're going to be doing the same on this side. The company that I bought this from is going to be listed in the description underneath. The instructions they gave, they work, but some of the pictures are pretty hard to make out, and there's just tiny details that are kind of not very clear, so I'm kind of just going to go over how I did it, and hopefully this video will help you guys out. If it does, make sure you leave a like, and if you want to see future projects that I'm working on other than the van, make sure you subscribe. First thing you want to do is remove your sway bar. There are 2 bolts here and 2 bolts on the other side to remove the sway bar bushings. Sway bar just looks like that. It basically just slides into the trailing arms down there, and it's pretty straightforward and simple. By doing this, it'll allow you to have more movement on both sides of the vehicle while you're taking everything apart, and it just makes the whole job a lot easier. Next, remove the lower shock bolt. It is an 18mm. Alright, time to remove the spring. Start by placing your floor jack under the trailing arm and put some tension on the spring. And then remove this 10mm bolt. Relieve the pressure off of the spring with the floor jack, and you should be able to pull it straight out. Sorry, my mistake. After removing the 10mm bolt up top, you're going to need to remove your shock from the sleeve. I just use a pry bar and gently pull it out. And then relieve the pressure off of the floor jack, and you can pull the spring right out. Alright, now you got the spring freed. You just got to spin it around a little bit, and eventually you'll find the sweet spot, and you'll be able to just lift it right off almost. Now this bolt right here is a long, I don't know, maybe foot-long bolt, and that's what holds the trailing arms together. And you're going to be replacing it with this one that they're going to send you in your lift kit. Alright, to remove that bolt, you're going to need to remove the lower nut. It is a 30mm, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's on there really tight. I had to use this 1/2-inch ratchet and this 4-foot pipe. My regular breaker bars just were not long enough. I couldn't apply enough torque. After I was able to turn it a couple times, I could just take it off with the impact, but it is definitely on there pretty good. With the trailing arm supported, go ahead and knock out the OEM bolt. You just want to hit it until it's flush with the lower control arm. And then you're going to take the new bolt with the washer on it that they send you and use it as a follower. Just hit that from the bottom. You're going to force the old one out as the new one takes its place. Alright, and with the top hat and the OEM bolt removed, this is pretty much what it should be looking like. And this is the part where it kind of got a little bit difficult to understand because the pictures really don't show what you're doing, and nowhere in the instructions do they say you're going to need to use the OEM nut, but that's what I ended up doing. And this kit unfortunately doesn't come with any torque specs, but I basically just impacted this down as hard as I could and then gave it a good turn or two with my breaker bar, and I haven't had any issues with it. Alright, you should be looking like this. The kit comes with this adapter. Some of the vehicles don't require it. Mine does, however. To figure out if you need it, you really just have to kind of play with the kit once you get it all taken apart at this point, and you'll be able to figure out pretty quick if you need it or not. Basically just put it on hand tight, and then I used a adjustable wrench and gave it a couple turns. Alright, depending on your model, your spacer will have this flat edge on it. If it does, it's to match up with the last coil on the bottom of the spring. That flat edge on the mount should be facing towards the inside of your vehicle, just like so.
Alright, at this point I do recommend just replacing your old silencers with some new ones. They're only $10. Definitely worth it just to have them new. Alright, and you go ahead and put the OEM top hat back on. And in the kit, they're going to give you this nut for the bolt that they gave you. And you go ahead and slide this on hand tight and then impact it down. And then this is pretty much the full construction of the lift kit. You just put the spring and the shock back on, and that's pretty much it. The rear end of this lift kit is just like any block kit that you can install on a truck. There's probably hundreds of videos on YouTube about how to do it. It's very easy and straightforward. It's pretty likely you actually don't need any instruction at all. So I won't be making a video on that. But if this video for the front installation was helpful to you at all, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.